Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Sam Canuck, and along with Sam's Recording Academy, I'm going to be bringing you on Mondays a new series that I'm going to be calling Monday Mix Breakdowns. So what is Monday Mix Breakdowns? On Monday Mix Breakdowns, I'm going to be analyzing and looking at the mix of a current song. So I'll be finding songs that are current and trending and kind of listen to them very carefully, go through and analyze what I feel like some of the things they're doing on the mix, and then we'll break them down together and hopefully you can get something out of that. So without further ado, this is my first Monday Mix Breakdown. I chose a song that is by an artist Marshmello and Halsey, and the song is called Be Kind. Now, instead of playing it on my YouTube channel here, I worry about them taking my videos down for copyright infringement. So what I want you to do is pause the video right here, maybe go listen to the song if you haven't heard it yet, come back, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the mix. Okay, so this is a really cool song and it's very modern production and it's just got like a really cool sonic palette and flavor to what's going on here. So I want to break it down a little bit. First, production on the track, mixing the track. It starts off with a cool little one bar of a drum beat that has a filter on it. So I use filters all the time and that's a very easy tool to use. And also I think that does something very clever in the mixing of setting up your ears, that as that filter thing comes down and the first hit comes in, it pops a little bit more. Second thing that I wanted to talk about on this mix here that I think is something that makes current and modern mixes, and that is the treatment of the vocal. I think if you're going to create a sound in your mixes that competes with what's happening not only in pop music and EDM and these other styles of music, hip hop, R&B, but I think this goes for singer-songwriter. I think this definitely even go for country, Americana. So many different styles of music are influenced by modern mixing, and I think that's something that we all can learn and grow in to become better at just putting out music that kind of stands heads up with the rest of the music that's out there. And the vocal is so important. So when I pull up a song like this on my speakers or in a good pair of headphones and really listen to the vocal very carefully, yes, it is heavily processed. There's a lot of mix elements going on in there, and you can really get in and listen to them. And for someone who's been mixing for 23 years, I feel like I can really pinpoint what little tricks they're using on there, what type of effects and plugins they're using on there. And which brings me to a little breaking point right here that I'm going to quick throw in a little shameless plug for Sam's Recording Academy. Sam's Recording Academy just started. And if you would just go to www.samsrecordingacademy.com and put your name in there, you'll be updated with schedule on the Recording Academy, when it's starting, the courses, what it has to offer, and how it can help you become better at your recording and mixing. Exactly the stuff we're talking about here. So enough with that. Let's get into the vocal treatment here. Here's some things that I hear. Definitely Halsey's voice has a nice, light, airy texture to it. And I think the mix engineers with her voice don't try to hide or mask that. They actually try to play off of that. So I believe there's a couple of plugins that they're probably using in there to actually accentuate and bring out the upper in the airy side. Obviously an EQ would be a big one, and we all kind of know you can take an EQ and boost highs, but I think there's some other things in there that are going on. I would argue that maybe as I listen very carefully in headphones and on my speakers, there might be a little bit of micro pitch shifting happening that will sometimes kind of give a little bit of boost to the texture on the upper end. Also, another thing that I hear in there is obviously compression, maybe a little bit of saturation. And saturation can work kind of like compression, but saturation many times does, I feel like, what old tube equipment used to do. Tube mics and tube preamps and compressors. And that's add a little bit of a sonic rub to the audio that can bring out and enhance harmonics in different frequencies. So again, to put it in the simplest term, it's just kind of taking the texture that's there and allowing that to come out a little bit without just adding high end. I'll cover a lot of this stuff in Sam's Recording Academy, but let's also just quickly talk one more thing about vocal production, and that is reverb and delay. Now, as I've been mixing lately and really working and trying to tune my mixes into some modern techniques, concentrating on reverbs, I know that I love to go towards a hall reverb, and that's a common one that we'll use on a vocal, and I do think that's a great place to start with. Many times now I'm bringing up in my recording software and my mixing software a hall reverb, but I'm also picking a couple other reverbs next to it. I put those all on different buses, and that way I can play with blends, like a blend of reverb. And not only reverb, but I definitely hear delay in her voice as well. Not only a delay, and not a typical digital delay, I hear something very warm and analog, and I hear something where I want to say on the delay channel, they put an EQ after the delay and kind of brought a lot of the low and high frequencies down. So you get just that warm middle section delaying off, and many times as I'm mixing, I put reverb on my delay track. So I'm sending to a little bit of a reverb track, I'm sending it to a delay track, I'm sending my delay track to a little bit of a reverb track. Again, all stuff that you can learn and apply to your recordings and your mixes. This song is great because it just has such a cool current feel, and once I listened to it, I felt like, man, the songwriting's great and the production's great, the mix is awesome, it's so intriguing, it gets me wanting to listen to it more. So I went back and listened to it a couple times, and that also helps you kind of tune your ear to what's current and what's going in mixes. So I hope this helped a lot. I'm going to be doing these every week, so please like and subscribe to the channel here. You can hit notifications on so that every Monday as a new Monday mix breakdown comes in, you can get to watch it and hear as I'm going to do a lot of different types of songs, different genres of songs, different mix techniques. Stay tuned for more, and it's Sam at Sam's Recording Academy. All right.